Buckle up because today we've got two stories that are going to make your blood absolutely boil. First up, a parent buys their kid a custom birthday cake, sticks in the office fridge for a few hours, and comes back to find some absolute stranger has helped themselves to a slice, with the kid's name written right on top. Who does that? Then, a mom is crying for weeks about missing out on her daughter's wedding. Except here's the twist, she's the entire reason that wedding never happened. Dad finally snapped and said something he maybe shouldn't have. Or should he? Let's get into it. First up, a parent leaves their daughter's custom birthday cake in the shared fridge at work, and someone has the audacity to carve a slice right out of it. It's my daughter's birthday this weekend. I had to pick up her birthday cake yesterday before work, so I put it in the shared fridge with the intention to take it home when I knocked off. Although we have had a few incidents with stolen lunches, I didn't think it would be an issue. It was a custom-made birthday cake with my kid's name on it after all. So you can imagine my shock when I went to retrieve my lunchbox from the fridge and noticed that someone had cut themselves a slice of the cake. I lost it and went around questioning everyone, and no one admitted to it. No one saw anything either, and there aren't any cameras in there. I loudly said that whomever the culprit was, they were a worthless piece of crap, but my boss didn't appreciate that. Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, "Who does that? Absolutely, unmistakably, a special cake from a bakery for an occasion. That selfish pig knew it wasn't theirs, ruined it, knew they were ruining it, didn't care. People are awful." Another commenter said, "That's what I don't understand. How do you live with yourself doing something like that?" They knew what they were doing. Yeah, the comments are not having it. They're firmly in this parent's corner, and they cannot fathom who could be cold enough to slice into a child's birthday cake. Definitely sounds like the cake thief is the real piece of work here. But what do you think? If you're enjoying these stories so far, do me a quick favor and smash that like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel more than you know. Next up, a dad reaches his absolute breaking point after his wife spends weeks sobbing about missing their daughter's wedding. The same wedding she helped blow up. As the title says, my wife, 53 female, and I, 55 male, have 3 children. Brett, 27 male, Amy, 25 female, and Lynn, 24 female. Now let me say, I love all my children in their own way, but no child has ever given me a headache like Lynn. She's our wild child. Got a college degree at 16, began working and saving up, moved to Louisiana once she turned 18, got more college degrees, and lives a pretty nice life. I'm proud of her, of course, but she has always been our wildly independent, argumentative, intelligent little girl. She's the more social one, too. She's covered in tattoos, piercings, and always has funky hair. I'm proud of her, I love her, but she's always been our non-traditional child. Lynn met her, now, husband, Brad, 27 male, when she first moved to Louisiana. Brad is like Lynn, tattoos and piercings up the wazoo. Non-traditional. He's a good kid. I like him. He protected Lynn and has been by her side for a lot of things. I actually love that kid for protecting my baby girl. Lynn will be the first child of ours to be married, so when we heard the news about their engagement, my wife was super excited. She started talking about wedding planning and all that girl stuff. Lynn and Brad were both upfront about not wanting a wedding and just wanting a small party with mainly family and some friends as a celebratory thing. My wife was very upset and pushed at Lynn till she reluctantly agreed to plan a wedding. Not even a week into wedding planning, Lynn and my wife had a spat about floral arrangements, which led to Lynn flying back home to Louisiana. Lynn announced they had eloped and would be planning a small, intimate get-together in New Orleans around Halloween time. My wife lost it. Her and Lynn got into a huge argument over the phone, which led to them both not speaking. My wife cries every time this situation is brought up, saying she missed out on her little girl's special day. After a few weeks of this nonsense, I finally snapped and said, "Why are you surprised? Lynn didn't want a wedding in the first place. She's our least traditional child. I'm just glad we at least got the engagement announcement. Stop crying about it and wait till Brett or Amy get married, cause they're the ones that will actually enjoy that wedding crap." My wife called me a few names and has been avoiding me. I really don't mean to be an asshole, but Lynn is the last child I'd expect to want a big grand wedding. I mean, for freak's sakes, she's a nurse that does hair on the side who is also a practicing witch. That child makes no sense. I more expect Brett to want the big wedding when he and his boyfriend eventually get engaged. It also just felt wrong she tried forcing it on Lynn. Lay the brutal honesty on me. Do I roll over and apologize or continue to stick up for Lynn over this mess? Let's see what the comments have to say. This person commented, "Your wife missed her daughter's wedding because she was acting like she was planning her own wedding. Whatever type of flowers your wife wanted is freaking irrelevant because she is neither the bride or groom. Another commenter said, "That's what I'm saying. My wife wanted Lynn to have this overly girly wedding that Lynn just didn't want." The comments are firmly on this dad's side. They're pointing out that his wife was basically trying to plan the wedding she wanted, not the one her daughter actually wanted. Sounds pretty open and shut to them. But what's your verdict? So what do you guys think? Was this dad the asshole, or was he just saying what needed to be said? Drop your verdict in the comments below. And that's where I'll leave you two today. So tell me, was that cake culprit a worthless piece of work, and did that dad go too far? Or was he just speaking the truth nobody else would say? Drop your verdicts down in the comments. I read every single one. I got a whole stack of even crazier stories coming your way, so stick around. You really won't want to miss what's next.